Did you hear that?
Yep.
Recording in progress. Need to be on your best
checking
behaviour.
what the time is. 1:30.
We suck at testing the time first, don't we? And then you just waffle for like an hour easily.
Me waffle?
I'm waiting on you to pick that up.
Uh-huh. Hang on, let me just grab that cup of coffee there behind me. That orange one. Hang on, how are we? Hang on, I've almost got it. It's not moving. I can't grab it. No, just kidding. If you want to hear something educational, don't forget to sign up and subscribe.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Is that what they say? I think
hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Hey,
when a new video comes out, you'll get it first.
I know, you poor people.
I know, fucking hell, I feel sorry for you guys.
Absolutely.
I don't know why you're following us, but we're just doing it for fun.
You know what? I reckon I was thinking about our last podcast, and when you said about you growing up and you moved so much, so you had to kind of like do speed dating to get to know people so you could enjoy your time in that destination.
Fuck, it was like speed dating, and that show wasn't even out yet.
Yeah, I did speed dating once. So it was the funniest shit I've ever come across. But anyway, but and you probably are still in that process of, or still in that conditioning habit of doing the same thing when you meet people, which is why you're so intense right from the get-go. Whereas I'm very like, well, just hold on a minute. I like to just suss people out and observe them. Once I like someone, I will like them. That's it. If I don't like you from the get-go, I will never change my mind. I'm very weird.
It's funny you should say the intensity part, because I do sometimes get that a lot. And you know what? In all honesty, I think that's why, because I have to make friends quickly.
Yeah.
I went to 3 different schools in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So.
I might have done the same. Hang on a minute. I've got to think about this. No. Oh. Maybe. I remember one year I started in Canberra, went to the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast. Or maybe it was the Gold Coast and the Sunshine Coast. But I'm kind of feeling like there were 3 schools all in the one year for me too. I just can't remember which order they went in. Maybe it was Southport more than... Yeah. It might have been about 1988, I think, 87, 88, somewhere around the 5th grade.
Okay.
It's interesting how we both had very similar upbringings, because, back in those days, you've got to go where the work is, and the whole family went, that just because mum didn't have a job, the kids were running around, all that sort of stuff. So the whole family gets moved as well. But how you and I've got very different approaches to how we coped with being moved around a lot. Just like, I got my push bike and my skateboard, and I don't really give a shit about anything else.
I had my roller skates.
Oh my God, I want to get a pair of roller skates so bad. I want quads. I've got my eye on something. I've been even following on Instagram roller culture, and another lady called Errant Flo, and I just want a pair of skates now. I love it. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's a very different approaches to how we do things. I suppose, even in you're in your 50s now. Suck shit. But even as we got older, we still have that same approach.
I turned 50 last week, okay? I'm not in my 50s, thank you. Being in your 50s is like 53, 52. Well, 51 even, but not 50.
Not 50. It's like you're still in your 40s when you're in your 50s, 50. Or is it just 50? You're in your 50s.
I don't feel like I'm 50. I do not feel like I'm 50. And I definitely don't look like I'm 50. What?
Yeah, I agree. So, but I think we still do the same thing now. I'm very reserved. You're like straight in, how's it going? I was like, who the fuck are you? And we have that same approach to everybody that we meet. I couldn't imagine going on dates like you go on dates. That would drive me crazy. I hated the dating process. Hated it.
Fuck. You know what? Dating sites are fucking... I often have discussions with this. So, I've been on a dating site now for the last 3 weeks, thereabouts. Since early Jan, I've been on a dating site. I won't say which dating site it is because I'm about to bag fucking dating sites out in general. But fuck, you know what? For people that are, okay, so during COVID, I'd imagine that dating sites would have gone through the roof because people can't go out. So, you know, it was either that or social media, like, you know, Facebook or whatever, where they would, get a lot of, followers and a lot of chats.
Yeah.
But during that time also, I'm sure there was like, it didn't just affect young people, it affected people in their 60s and 70s. And, they could have posted, on, dating sites, pictures of them from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So a person thinks that they're chatting to someone young and, glamorous looking when they're, probably old farts at home in bed, getting their rocks off from chatting to someone younger, who probably isn't even younger anyway themselves. But dating sites are really fucking up society and the whole dating scene. It's like we're going through a fucking catalog. It's like swipe left, swipe right, swipe up, swipe down, fucking, read a short paragraph about that person. They might use, pictures in there that are 5 years old, and they might have, say, 5 pictures. By the time you get to the 5th picture, it's like, who the fuck is the first person and who the fuck's the last person? They do not look alike at all, so you go through a dating site. It's fucking, and then, oh my God, and then the filters, the fucking Snapchat filters. For fuck's sake, people out there.
I'm such a dick. I'd have the rabbity-eared ones, and you'd be able to tell that they were definitely filters.
It's funny. When I joined, I accidentally put my birth date as being a little bit older. So I was a year older than what I was supposed to be. So it was showing that I was 51 instead of 50, on the thing. And it was, oh, fuck, what am I talking about? Sorry, it was showing that I was 50 when I was actually 49.
Oh, yeah.
So, and a lot of people put their, search finishing at 50, for example, so I'd get all the old bats, like, 65-year-olds sending me likes and stuff like that.
Mature ladies.
Mature ladies, yes, that's right. Oh, that's what I meant. The ones that are let go of their bodies.
You owe me a donut for that save.
The ones that have hit the wall already a long time ago. So, I mean, I'm in shape, okay, but I'm not perfect. But you know what? I was actually, even worse 10 years ago, because I do have a condition called Klinefelter's. So it actually affects my chromosomes, my actual DNA, my structure of, genes,
Yeah.
I'm just rubbing the camera's got this shit on it, makes me look like I've got freckles.
What's wrong with freckles?
No, nothing. It's got dust on it. I was just cleaning it off. So when you're going through these fucking online dating site, they spin you shit. It's like fucking, remember back in the day when we were kids and you'd have a pen pal and you'd send someone a fucking letter? Yeah. It's like that, but electronic now. So you never make it past fucking, exchanging numbers. You don't even make it to that, because the next day there's fucking 20 new people that like you. Yeah. Send you messages. No word of a fucking lie. I don't know what the other guys out there look like, but I get probably 25 messages a day, from, all sorts of women, from anywhere from here to fucking Canberra to Port Macquarie to fucking even Brisbane I'm getting a few from. But, and my fucking search criteria is like within 75K. So I don't know how the fuck that's all happening. But it's people already have insecurities about themselves. They don't need to fucking go online to accumulate more, because that's all online dating is doing to our mental fucking health. Yeah. Is making us feel worse about ourselves. Why aren't they talking to me? Why am I not meeting somebody? Why am I not meeting the man of my dreams? Why this? Why that? You know, all a guy goes on, like majority of guys, not me, I got to make that point clear, not me, but 90% of guys out there just go out there because they want to shag. That's it. You know, once they've shagged, that's it. They don't want any more after that. You know, there's so many women to choose from that they don't have to settle for one, you know? Yeah. There's so many women to talk to. Why should they settle for one? And it's really fucking up society, because every relationship takes work. Every single relationship takes work. Yeah. You know, you might not see eye to eye with your partner. You might love him to death, and you know he's a really top guy, and you know he makes you laugh. But you know you might be lying next to him and he snores. You know, and then you think, you know what, fuck it. There's another guy out there that's like this, but he doesn't snore. But he's got something else. You know, maybe fucking does something else to fucking annoy you. So you go out there. You're always. Put it this way, you're always, with online dating, you're always searching for perfection. Yeah. You're searching for perfection. Yeah. Nobody is fucking perfect out there. All of us, every single person out there, once they reach the age of 40, has got some sort of baggage accumulated from life. Yep. Everybody. There's not fucking one person that is fucking single at 40 or 45 that, you know, thinks, oh, you know, there's no fucking perfect person out there. They're not fucking perfect themselves. Yeah. And once they realize this and think, you know, it's not me, it's the fucking male population, you know, they've changed, and, you know, men are like this, men are like that. It's not about that fucking at all, you know? It's doing our fucking heads in, you know? Look, I've been on there for 3 weeks now, and I won't last another week. I'll delete the app before I do, you know? I think that I meet really nice people, and, you know, I've started like actually seeing a nice lady. I won't go into it, but, you know, I've see where it sort of goes. You know, I mean, there's always going to be a few doubts here and there until you get to know each other really well. But for people to be online dating longer than, say, 3 or 4 weeks, they should fucking have a limit, get off it for about 3 months, and then get on it for another 2 or 3 weeks. And do it that way. Don't fucking just stay on there, because a lot of people, and I read this article, a lot of people go online because they're bored after a certain time. You know, you don't get a hello first thing in the morning. You know, how are you, and this and that. You know, they're going to copy and paste.
I send you good mornings at like 3:30.
When I'm on the treadmill,
because I'm in the fucking gym. I'm like, oh, I know. I'll just, yeah, but you were already awake, weren't you? Was that this morning? Yeah. Well, what are you saying? Yeah, I'm thinking of you while I'm like sweating my ass out in the gym. You're welcome. Anyway, carry on with your story.
It's not a story. It's just a rant. It's just fucking, you know what? We can't be online all the fucking time. You know, you're not going to meet.
One-dimensional though, because I know when I was dating, and it was, you know, obviously a decade ago, just about. Even then, and I'm going to say boys, because obviously I didn't date women, so I can't, you know, have an opinion on women, but I'm assuming it would be the same thing. Boys would put up, my profile was, I'm fit, I'm married to the gym, I love doing this stuff, you know, smoking is a non-negotiable. I don't care if you quit and you haven't done it for 20 years, I'm just not going there, so don't bother. You know, social drink if that's what you want to do. But these are the attributes: honesty, transparency, loyalty are really key important things to me. And I was very, very clear in my profile. And then I literally met 30 men. Some of those dates didn't even last more than 2 minutes because they were dishonest from the get-go. I had overweight guys. Now, I spoke to all these guys online, so it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I like that photo, so let's go meet. I actually had communications with them for over, you know, sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks before I actually met them. So you build up an attraction to the personality and not so much the photos. every single one of these 30 guys told me a lie. And the lie started from fit and healthy. He was 40, 50 kilos overweight. He used his brother's pick because his brother was in better shape than what he was. He put down, another guy put down that he liked dancing because all girls like dancing, but he fucking hates dancing and he's got 2 left feet. Or, you know, this guy had a beautiful head of hair, and he turns up and he's bald. And I'm not shallow, but I was looking for honesty and transparency.
Yeah.
I don't want to start a relationship with a lie. So all of these men had beautiful personalities. If they had have used their correct photos, up-to-date photos, if that chubby guy had have said to me, hey, you know what? I'm trying to get back to this. I've let myself go. I've done whatever, life happened. My wife left me, kids are distraught, whatever it is that got him in the condition that he was in. If he had have owned it and was honest about it, I actually would have gone on a second date with him, but he fucking lied. And every time I met these guys, like one guy said he was 6'2". I'm like, okay, now at this point, I'm looking for honesty, transparency. That's not a height. That's not a specific style of man. It's a trait. It's a character trait. I get there. He's 5'2". I'm literally taller than him. I'm 5'3". And he said, but if I put down 5'2", nobody wants to date me. I'm like, well, I don't want to date you because you lied. Like, what part of my profile did you not understand? I'm looking for honesty and transparency. I've had the liars, I've had the cheaters, I've had the deceitful guys. I don't want that anymore. And you're trying to start a relationship on a lie. I got called so many names. Shallow, upright, uptight bitch, a snob. The unbelievable names from probably 20 of these guys, all because I had boundaries in place and I was wanting an honest man. Nothing else mattered. You know, the bald guy, I had a great hair when I was in my 20s. Now I'm in my 40s. It fucking fell out. Whoopie-doo-dah. Have a giggle, get over it. I liked your personality, but you lied. That's what I have an issue with. So I personally would never date again. I would buy a fainting goat. I'd have all my male mates. If I want to cuddle, I'd come see you or go see Nate, because neither one of you are going to cop a feel while we're cuddling. And that would be it for me. Have my motorcycle, have my dog, be very happy. But I would never date again. Not interested in dating again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just too much shit for me. Too much drama.
No, look, you know what? Online dating is a fucking big waste of time. You might meet a nice person. Look, I've met a couple of nice women. I didn't feel that they were my type. You know, the one that I've, seen a few times, she seems like a nice person. So, I'll see where it goes.
Well, I like the way your eyes twinkled then when you said that. They did, they twinkled. I was watching your face and I'm like, I was deliberately watching to see what your subconscious is putting out there. So carry on.
So, see where that sort of goes. But you might meet girls, you might meet people that are nice on there, but look, they're just not your type. You know what I mean? I like girls that, without sounding like shallow Hal here, I like all sorts of girls. I like girls that are petite. I like girls that are, I like girls that aren't taller than me. I've got to say that. I'm 5'11". I'm 180 centimeters, but I don't like girls that are like higher than me because it just feels, a bit, hey, how you going sort of thing.
I don't like girls shorter than me either.
It's just, I like girls that are curvy. But I don't like girls that are fat, that, sit on the couch and they don't want to do anything. They just want to watch movies and eat potato chips or pizza every day, because I am very healthy when I eat. I am for my condition that I have, because if I didn't eat healthy, I'd fucking blow up like a balloon, and I try and steer clear of gluten and things like that. I do eat it occasionally, but not all the time, like pastas and breads and all that sort of stuff. But I enjoy a drink, and if I meet somebody that doesn't enjoy a drink, like social drink, not every day, it puts a bit of strain, on relationships as well. You need to meet somebody that, is into the same things that you are. Like, I will never date a smoker, for example.
Yeah.
You know, because I fucking hate smoking.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking hate smoking, you know. To that person out there, I fucking hate smoking, you know.
Boyfriend number 4 is a non-drinker, and he didn't drink. And when we met, I was boutique beers and spicy wings every Wednesday night with me and my mates. So that was a big culture shock for me. And to his credit, he never worried that I was doing that. He never tried to stop me. But I did have moments where I thought, you know what, why can't you just have a glass of wine with me? Like, we're in the kitchen, we're cooking dinner, fuck's sake. And then I felt bad because I was having a glass of wine and he's a non-drinker. And then there were a couple of moments where, you know, he didn't want to pick up a bottle of wine on the way home. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't have an issue with me picking up whatever the fuck you need me to bring home. So there was a little bit of, I mean, it's a, you know, throwaway argument. And there was no argument as a result. I just shut my mouth about it, went and got it anyway. But it did make me feel quite uncomfortable that I felt like portions of me, and I don't mean getting sloshed, I mean just have a glass of wine and then, you know, while you're cooking tea, because that's just, for me, that's relaxing. You talk about the week, talk about whatever you haven't spoken about yet, and eat dinner and be merry and go to bed and do naughty stuff. That Friday night, that's a top Friday night for me. But
in that order,
probably probably need to eat again after the ice cream after, but it
have a joint.
No, God, no. But yeah, so little things. I think that in relationships, you do need to have similarities, but not too similar. So you're, you know, like identical. So there can be some adventure and change and be exposed to new and different things. But yeah, I can relate to that. You need that somebody that's not going to, you know, that is in alignment with how you relax, I suppose. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because, you know, I'll meet women that, my phone's ringing. Don't worry, answer it later.
Be one of you 25.
No, I don't have 25.
Oh.
So, no, it's actually my cousin.
Oh.
He lives in Albury, Wodonga.
Oh, I love it down there. You've got an Edinburgh pub.
It's nice down there. He actually lives in an acreage down there.
Nice.
It's really nice, just outside of Albury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really nice. It is beautiful down there.
That was our first sleepover on riding our bikes to Victoria, was Albury Wodonga.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, it's not that far. It's only 5 hours from here, isn't it?
Yeah, not far. I think 110k is the Wonga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching. There's a out on the river. There's people doing the rowing, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in the rowboat. Right. And then a little tinny next to them. They're all just kids and that, but it's funny trying to watch them turn around. They're all like all over the place. Fuck, what was I talking about? Dory forgot what he was saying.
Get distracted, don't you? And then you wander off down another path. About relationships and online dating and the importance of finding someone that matches you.
It's important to find somebody that matches you. I had an incident where, you know, I love going to the beach, for example. You know, I love just lying there. I'll lie there for, you know, 2 hours. I mean, I'll go in the water and go for a swim and everything, but I'll be at the beach for a couple of hours. And fuck, I got burnt the other day when I went to the beach, and I'm peeling a little bit. But, you know, I might meet somebody that hates going to the beach, and that's fucking like most weekends of summer, you know, because you're at the beach. You're like going for a swim and sunbaking, and, you know, it doesn't matter if you've got an umbrella or whatever, you can lie under the umbrella if you don't like the sun. But I've met people before that don't like the beach, for example.
You know what?
So I won't date them. I won't date them. Simple.
I'm one of these weirdos. I was talking to Nathan about it a little while ago. Said the car's still pulling into the car park at the beach. I am already taking my shirt off and running for it. You good luck getting me out of the water. I'm not getting out of the water. I'm with the kids. I'm digging holes. I've already sunk myself into a gutter. I won't get out of the water all bloody day. Love it. Yeah. But I grew up a lot on the Gold Coast, so you know, you just get smashed in the waves. It's the ultimate day. The smashed you get, the funner it is.
Oh, I love it. I love the beach, you know. But if somebody, like, I'm just using this as an example for online dating, if you don't like the beach,
yeah,
you know,
what are you going to do on the weekends?
You're not going to get along. Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do on the weekend? What, sit in front of the fucking TV and, you know, but in saying that, I also love going for country drives. I absolutely love going for country drives. You know, I'll spend a whole day, you know, even if I know it's great beach weather, I'm just happy to go for a country drive. So, you know, if you do meet somebody and they love going out, you know, to the country and bushwalking and that, as long as you meet somebody that can compromise with you, you know, compromising in a relationship is very important.
Yeah.
Like extremely important.
Even if you don't like it, just do it because your partner likes it. But having said that, it's got to be in equal partnership as well. So like I love all the adrenaline sports. None of my partners have loved adrenaline sports. The scarier, the fucking better for me. I love it. But I also would just go by myself. I don't care. But it would be really cool to have someone sitting there screaming their tits off with you at the same time, you know, so.
Oh, fuck you. You know how many times I've been wild water rafting before? Oh. And partners haven't come with me because they fucking didn't like it.
If I've got a bit of poo coming out my bum because I'm so scared, I'm fucking loving it. That's me. Yeah, it's just awesome.
I'm not sitting behind you.
Probably not. It's a musical fruit back there. But it's important that you're compatible in that, because it does make the weekends, because you do feel like Groundhog Day when you're not getting that. And I'm a 5, I'm a life path 5. So it's all about adventure and travel. And I don't want to go to New York City. I want to go to the rice paddies and learn about a culture and eat with the locals. And that's what travel is for me. You know, not the big touristy shit. That doesn't interest me at all. Or learning about the different ways that people do things, getting to know people on a different level, on a cultural level, or why people do things. And I'm anti-religion. I think it's the biggest fucking divider of all humanity ever. But at the same time, if I can have a conversation with someone who can explain their religion and not try to convert you to their religion, it's one of the most awesome conversations you can have, because it shows you where their character traits are, where their personality fits, where their habits are. It teaches you so much about that person. But a lot of people can't have a conversation about religion without letting you know how wrong your beliefs are. So there's an art to speaking about religion, but it's cool. I love all that sort of stuff. But finding someone who, you know, I mean, I'm 45 almost. I would go and learn how to do parkour because, you know, it looks like a fun thing to do. I would be with the kids that jumps from the jetty into past the rock and in between the logs, because that's where the deep part is of the water, you know. So absolutely no fear whatsoever, but not a lot of people that want to do that. Certainly not a lot of boys in my age bracket. It can be a bit old and boring, but girls in my age bracket don't necessarily want to do it either. The riding community, probably the most risky community I've ever been involved in. But they're also riding. They don't do a lot of other stuff as well. So whereas I want to do everything I can get my hands on. Love it. Yeah.
I haven't been riding that much, not in the groups lately. I've just been busy with other things. And this weather's shit, you know. Yesterday was beautiful. Such a nice day, you know, because I've been, my job's at Palm Beach, so I've been going to Palm Beach and back every day. It's beautiful down up there too. But the going back to the religion thing, how you explain religion, I see religion different. I think that if people need to follow a religion to make them a better person, go for it. You know, a lot of people need to follow something in life, you know, without it, they feel lost.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's better for them to follow a religion than some sort of other cult, you know, or join a group that makes them a worse person and not a better person. Because it doesn't matter if they're Seventh-day Adventist or whether they're Muslim or Catholic or Christian or whatever Orthodox they are. It makes them a better person. It makes people a better person. And it's not that these people are weak or they need following or they need to follow something or somebody, but it gives them gratification knowing that they're a better person and they're a better person in society. You know, as long as they don't push that religion onto me, I don't care.
How's that any different from what I just said? We're saying the same thing. Because I don't have a problem. The converting. So if I'm talking to you about your religion and your religion is complete opposite of mine, long as you and I can have an adult conversation about it, and you're not trying to tell me how bad my religion is or how wrong my belief system is, and I'm not doing those same things to you, they're the best kinds of conversations. It's just when you meet someone and they say, well, you're going to hell because you don't believe what I believe, that's when I have a concern, because that's no longer, you know, that putting that judgment on somebody else. They have different ideas on things. There's nothing wrong with them having a different idea on things. So it's not, I don't think that we're coming from it from different viewpoints. I think we're both saying the same thing. It's just the fanatical stuff, you know, the forcing of my way is the only way that I have a concern with.
Yeah, I don't listen to that either. But you know, in saying that, I don't believe in religion. Everybody in this world is good or bad.
Yeah.
I believe in energy. I believe that when we die, we actually don't go to a place. We go into Mother Nature. We go into the rest of the energy of the earth. We don't actually, you know, maybe our minds might drift off somewhere. We're hallucinating and we're thinking of, you know, loved ones that have passed on, and we can actually see them because the mind's a very powerful tool, you know. So you might see these things as you're passing away. And then a lot of people might say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know. Maybe they saw this when they were passing away. Maybe they saw all this, you know. I mean, you'd know about this. You're a medium, so you'd channel, you know, seeing.
This is my jam.
This is your like, and that's for the podcast we're about to start after this one, because we're run out of time.
Damn it. Yeah, but it's a transition. Absolutely transition. I agree with you there. Everything is energy. Everything's
energy. Yeah. You know, a lot of people didn't know this, but you know, when someone dies and if they're buried, you know, their nails and their hair keeps growing for 2 weeks after.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know this, but apparently when you're buried in the ground, like not if you're cremated, because you're fucked then, eh? But you're burnt, you're gone, you're ashes. But when you're buried in the ground, you're still growing for 2 weeks. Like your cells in your body don't die just because your heart and your mind stop. Your cells actually keep reverberating and keep going. So your fingernails still grow and your hair still grows, you know? So yeah, you're technically not dead, like when you're buried. When you die, you're technically not dead.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm going to research, because I mean, that part of the transition doesn't interest me. It's the other side of it that interests me the most. So I'm going to I'll check that out. You've taught me something. I want to research that now. But
so,
goodness.
If you want some facts on life.
Hey, I didn't have to remind you.
Don't forget to press that like button and the bell notification.
Like and subscribe. Is that it?
Trivial facts for, you know, that pub fucking trivia night after you've, you know, poisoned yourself with 20 drinks.
And you convince yourself you're smart.
Yeah, I know I've got a lot of little facts that I know. I don't know where I pick them up from, you know, but I know a lot of little facts.
Probably because you talk to so many different people from all walks of life.
Fuck, I talk to everybody. Yeah, like I've been to 25 different countries around the world, and you know, I've spoken to a lot of people, and it's usually the older people that I have the best conversations with.
Yeah. For sure.
100%.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll kick it off, end it, and we'll pick up again on another podcast. Thanks very much for tuning in to Lost the Plot with Michael and Johnita.
Yeah, Johnita and Michael.
Age before beauty.
Age can be beauty as well.
Oh, here we go. He tried to make up for the old ladies he just pissed off before. Bye, guys.